the betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.
Well, race number 2 will kick off the place accumulator, and you need to get on by 1300 hours, 1 p.m. sharp, over 1600 meters. And this is a maiden plate. At the time of recording, 10 runners go to post. The shortest price favorite on the card does come up in this race, and his name is Industrial Strength. Obviously starting off his career late, Sheldon, back in May as a 3-year-old. He's obviously taken some time to find himself. But on what we saw first up for this 1.1 million rand purchase, I think that time off that they've given him for whatever reason is surely going to be paying off very handsomely, because his introduction was superb.
Absolutely. Looking at this individual, he's a horse who's obviously got a reputation. And when you look at the type of field he's taking on, number 1, El Capitan, number 8, Industrial Strength, they look to be the 2 protagonists. But Industrial Strength, I remember something about him in the parade ring. When he walked into the ring, he looked like that quality type, like those dynasties in the Eye of the Tigers, and you usually get a feel for a horse. And this horse had that feel about him. They did say the 1200 would be sharp for him. He'll be much better over a 1600. And the way he finished off, he came like an absolute roller coaster. He flew up late on, 23.2, 400 to finish. And of course, we saw that horse from the MJ Udendal stable, the Specialist, come out and run, I think, second in the Grade 1. Yes. So he ran an absolute cracker of a race. So on his ability, he's a 4-year-old, give me the green light. The Dean Cannemeyer stable have given him 88 days. And he's obviously had 1 or 2 little quirks here and there just to get him along. But if he brings his debut run to the course, he's going to go very, very close to winning. The only worry for me is the form lines of number 1, El Capitan, from the Gavin and Gareth Van Zyl stable. He's been off the track for 109 days. He brings some power-packed form lines. If you look at the Talk to the Master form line, he's come out to win again. We've got horses like Ridian, who's run second twice, Unbel D, Morestral Kestrel, Issy Vavani, and even a horse like A Bit Chilly. So all the form lines are very, very strong. He's got the best of the draw. How will he handle the 1600? That's the question.
Well, you spoke about 1600 meters, because that was going to be my next, point of order. With number 8, on what you saw first time out, there's no doubt the further the better, the way he was finishing off.
100%. I remember that occasion. He came like a train late through. The 1200 was always going to be sharp. If they had to put him in an 1800, I wouldn't be worried. So the 1600, absolutely no concerns. But number 1, El Capitan, off the break. All his runs have been over the sprints, and he's a horse who's done exceptionally well. He's been up there with the speed. If he sees out the distance and he enjoys it, then he could make number 8, Industrial Strength, think about it.
That's my one concern. You spoke about the form lines. I agree. The strength of those Cape form lines could be good enough for him to be very competitive here. But this horse, El Capitan, he's related. He's a half-brother to that horse, Clifftop, from Alan Creev's stable. And Clifftop is a decent sprinter in PE. So they are trying something with him. Obviously, it's either word from jockeys that have partnered him on what they've seen to date. But there is some talk about for him that the 1600 meters is going to suit him much better. He looks like the obvious danger. Sheldon touched on his form lines. We spoke about number 8, Industrial Strength. He deserves his position deep in the red at around 5 to 10 at the time of recording. So we're going to be in agreement that number 8, Industrial Strength, PA, Biport Banker, and he looks hard to oppose if Dean Cannemeyer's got him, let's say 100% fit for the race.
100% right. Judged on his first race, that introductory run was an eye-popping effort. If he reproduces that, he goes very close to winning. And then, of course, number 1, El Capitan. He's had the experience. He comes to KwaZulu-Natal, and he's going to be the main danger. So number 8, Industrial Strength, at around 5 to 10 is the horse to beat. And healthy respect for number 1, El Capitan. From that number 1 draw, going the mile, he could be the biggest threat.
It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.